Now you're a vlogger who goes and makes videos from Baghdad at www.aliveInBaghdad.org. Why are you hiding your face with this pad?
Well, I'm hoping to go back to Baghdad in the late summer or early fall, and it's hard enough just to go around the city sort of appearing to be an Arab, a Syrian, an Iraqi. So I don't really want to put my face out there on the off chance that someone will see it and get it to a checkpoint, and maybe that's the end of me, you know?
Now, you look like an Arab, but you're really not. What is your ethnic mixture?
The majority of my background is Italian and Irish.
Sicilian and Irish, I would guess.
Possibly. I don't really know I haven't really looked into it that much.
And tell me what you do, that you have vloggers in Baghdad that go out and interview. I saw an interesting vlog with people talking about how terrible it is to be occupied, and artists had an art exhibit about the pain in women's faces. But you said that one of the problems is that the Iraqi correspondents, the native people who are working with you on this vlog, are afraid to be identified, that they can't appear on camera either, just like you are afraid to appear on camera.
Yeah, for example, one of our main correspondents, Omar, is Iraqi. He grew up in Iraq for the last 21 years. He's 21. He spent his whole life in Iraq, but his nationality is Palestinian. His father's Palestinian. And just a few days ago, he received his whole family received a death threat that said, all the Palestinians need to leave Baghdad or we'll kill you and steal your women, and this is your final warning, so get out right away, you know? And this is the situation, you know?
I gather no one is safe in Baghdad, because regardless of the group you belong to, there's another group out to kill you and eliminate you, right?
It's true. I mean, Sunnis are afraid that they're going to be stopped at a Shia checkpoint, and if they have a Sunni name like Omar or Uthman or Uday, that they'll be just taken out of their car and killed.
Oh, different. The Shiites and Sunnis have different surnames?
Just different first names. There's very few Sunnis, you know, named Abbas, named Ali Hussein, things like this. And there's no Shias named Omar and Uthman and things like this.
Have you come to any political conclusions after running this vlog from Baghdad? Do you think that America should just pull out, or should be some sort of like graceful exit where we let people somehow work it out and then pull out?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to make a decision for what should happen for the Iraqi people, you know? The Iraqis that I know, by and large, are saying that the U.S. or some international presence needs to stay and disarm the militias, because if they pull out the military presence now, people by and large believe that militias are going to go on slaughtering each other for a long time.
Do you think that there's any way to get out gracefully, any way that we can leave with honor or dignity? I mean, with America's name sort of like standing for freedom or integrity or anything? Law and order, anything?
No, not particularly. I mean, I think we've destroyed a country, been destroying Iraq since '91, and it's really a mess. And the best thing we can do is to set up an international force and, you know, really be prepared to pay reparations and not just try to be stealing Iraq's oil and not caring what that oil money is used to fund.
And anything else you want to tell me? I mean, I'm going to put it as a vlog to try to help build traffic to your AliveInBaghdad.org site. It should all be spelled together, by the way, and those that are seeing this sign. I think it's incredible that, you know, I mean, I guess it's because of Baghdad, but are you worried about the United States government going after you or anything also?
I mean, I probably should be worried, but I haven't had any problems so far, so I'm not particularly worried from the United States.
I watched some of the videos, and they were very interesting about people talking about feeling occupied, and I never hear those sentiments being expressed on CNN or ABC, NBC, or any of the major networks. Are people aware, are the major media aware that you exist in Baghdad and you're actually vlogging from Baghdad?
No, I mean, I don't have any real relationship with the mainstream press.
What would you do if they came around? What would you do if CNN walked in the door and said, hey, we want to do a story about you vlogging from Baghdad?
I'd have to really seriously consider it and decide whether or not it was going to be beneficial to the site or whether it was just gonna be like a puff piece, you know?
Well, do you think that you would possibly say no because you think the work you're doing is more important than the work that major media is doing in Iraq?
I mean, I would have to consider whether it was going to benefit Alive in Baghdad or not. And if it would benefit us, then I would do it. I mean, it just depends on what the benefit would be, you know?
Has any particular vlog or anything happened with your Alive in Baghdad site that's really giving you a great sense of satisfaction, or feel, gee, I really made a difference here, or something like that?
Not yet, but we're hoping.
Okay, well, any other thoughts you want to share with the viewing public before I shut off the camera? Here at an unknown location in New York City on an unknown date.
Yeah, I just hope people will, if they're really about understanding about Iraq and the war and the problems the United States has caused, I hope they'll go to aliveinbaghdad.org and really consider making a donation, because all of our funds are from viewers so far.
Oh, well, I certainly hope some do, and I'll certainly make a donation after this vlog is over. Thank you, and let's hope next time that you, someone's able to vlog you, you won't have to hide behind a pad with your website address on it.
I hope so too.